Good morning, babies, and welcome to Simply Stacy, where the joy of the Lord is our strength. Well, I got a little different topic to talk about this morning because something really shook me up, and I want to talk about being overweight. I'm an overweight woman for a better part of my life. I've been overweight. And in our society, in the world, fat is not looked upon as something beautiful or, nothing glamorous. And people wonder why when you walk down the street, like, don't you want to lose weight, or don't you got a problem with your weight, or shouldn't you be out here eating right? You could go in a restaurant or even be around your family, friends, or whatever, and you eat certain stuff. You're always on alert because people's watching you. What are you eating? Well, you should be eating a carrot, or you should be eating celery, or you should be eating salad. You should be eating pork. You should be eating this. You should be eating that. Just your whole life is just one great big torture. Even as a child, sometimes you got parents and stuff that'll tell you, I know when I was a young girl and stuff, different things happen in your life as a kid, when you're fat. You stop eating that. You stop doing that. Ain't no man gonna want you fat and all this stuff like this and all this kind of stuff. And it's the same stuff that goes on in your adulthood and stuff. So at some point you just get sick of hearing it. You get sick and tired of it. I know it's fat people out there now that they're depressed. They're going through, you want to lose weight. You want to eat right. It's a constant battle. No matter if you're 50 pounds overweight, 10 pounds overweight, 2, 3, 4, 500 pounds overweight, or even greater. I don't know where your weight is at, where you want to be. I know only my history and where I want to be. And I just want to come to encourage you as being a full-figured woman, large man, whatever, child, whoever you may be that's overweight right now. You may not want to be overweight. It could be dealing with your gene pool. It could be some kind of medical condition. I don't know what your issue may be or why you're like the way you are. It's just a battle sometimes when you're overweight, and you need somebody to encourage you. So I am here to encourage that person that is overweight. You want to lose weight. It's a constant battle. I want to tell you to love the skin that you are in. You are beautiful. I don't care what society say. I don't care what your family say. I don't care what your friends say. You are beautiful. You are God's creation. He created us all. I tell people all the time, I don't care what's going to happen in this earth until God come back and crack that sky to come and get us. There is going to be fat people. So get over it. You must get over it. You must get over it. You must get over it in your own personal life. You must get over it in society. Fat is here. Yes, you want to be healthy. Nobody want to walk around sick with diseases and all kinds of different things, pains in your knees, pains in your back. Nobody want to be like that. Who wants to be like that? Nobody. And yes, there's times that you go on a diet. You gotta be honest with yourself. Sometimes you don't always put the best foot forward. You don't put your best foot forward. You might go on a diet, you stay on it for a while, you exercise for a while. Next thing you know, you don't crash and burn. You just pick yourself back up and go on back doing what you did. That's what I don't learn in my life. There's times I'll be on a diet, I'll stay on it for 3 months or whatever. I'll say call it a lifestyle change, whatever you want to call it. I'll be on it, and the next thing I know, I done crashed and burned. Just pick yourself back up, get on back on there, and go on and do what you did. Stay on the path until you get where you're going to get. I told my mom this morning, honey, I might die fat. I don't know what's going to happen. I want to lose weight and all this kind of stuff. But the reality is you need to love the skin that you're in. Self-hate is not going to get you nowhere. Even in the animal kingdom, there's fat. There's elephants. There's hippos. There's rhinos. Everything, there's some fat in it. You got to deal with it. You got to deal with it. And until you come to terms with it within yourself. I'm radical about this thing this morning because, I looked at a video my daughter had on her page, and, it was sad, but yet the girl had a certain way about her, and I just pray for people, just pray for people. But my thing is, it really struck a chord in me because people look at that like it's so nasty and disgusting because she's fat and she want to be fat and she wants to eat and glut and all this stuff. And it ain't no different than, overindulging in any other thing in any other area of life. It's just that when you're fat, people look like that's the deadliest sin, that's the worst thing that you could be. It's so disgusting, it's so nasty, and it's so ugly, and these people need to change, and why they even want to walk down the street, and people just think all kinds of ways about fat people. They just think all kinds of ways with it. And us as fat people is in our own inner battle. We're in our own inner battle with dealing with wanting to lose weight and want to be a certain size, and we don't want to eat certain stuff, but you got these cravings and stuff. You know, this is just the reality of somebody's life that's overweight. And most people that ain't never been overweight, they can never understand the battle of being overweight. You can empathize. It's just like with any other thing when people say, oh, you can't understand because you ain't never been there, whatever. And being overweight, sometimes people are desensitized. They're insensitive and desensitized to what somebody is going through because they feel like you can remedy being fat. Just eat right and exercise. And it sounds good. It looks good on paper and it sounds good coming out of somebody's mouth. But when you start going through this thing and you start walking this thing out and you start applying this stuff to your life, there is a warfare going on. And it begins on the inside of you, babies. On the inside of you. And we must change the inside of us. We must change our mindset to be able to affect any change that's going to happen in our life. You know, it is a constant battle from the time you wake up to the time you lay down. Every day of your life, it is a battle dealing with this bulge. But I want to tell you, I read a status up on Facebook about being fat and fluffy and embracing yourself and loving yourself and looking in the mirror at yourself and embracing yourself. And I was telling you that for a specific reason. Because until you love yourself, you're not going to be able to deal with the eternal stuff on the inside of you. Your mindset is at a certain place. You're self-hating. So when people say certain stuff about you and target you with certain types of information about your weight or about whatever's going on in your life, you accept that as a truth for you. That's why I do that. That's why I said what I said on that, because you don't want to accept the truth of what somebody else has said about you. Know your own truth and be true to thy own self. Baby, stop that self-hate. You want to be healthy? Go out there and learn. Get information on what you need to do to change your diet and do what you need to do for your life. But don't do it for somebody else. Do it because that's what you want to do. Do it because you want to change your lifestyle. Do it because you want to be healthy. Not because you want to get a man or you want to get a woman. You know, if somebody's going to love you, they're going to love you for who you are. You are not your body. You know, I tell you, I'm just so hyped about this morning because it really hurt my heart looking at that video. It really, oh my God, it just brought so many things just up. And I just tell you, babies, love yourself and I love you, and so does God. This is a battle. Yes, it is. I recognize that it is a battle, but we have to get out there and do what we need to do to change whatever we want to change in our life. Get the information you need. You know, if you fall, pick yourself back up and keep on going. Don't worry about it. And don't accept somebody else's truth for your life. You know, people like to reflect their fears on people. They like to reflect their fears on you. You know, some people got fear of animals. You know, and if a dog come there and say, come on, run. No, you ain't got to run, because if you ain't scared, you ain't got to run. You know, some people don't want to be fat, and that's fine. A lot of us that's fat don't want to be fat. But don't reflect your fears on me. A lot of times, man, my mother go out and people like, oh, you look so nice. And, you know, like, just because we fat, we can't look nice and we can't smell good. Because people got this thing that fat people stink, or fat people can't look good, or whatever. You know, that's just a stereotype. There's so many different stereotypes about being overweight. I tell people over time, with being overweight, it's like the acceptable discrimination. It's okay to talk about fat people and laugh at them and stuff like that and stuff, even in a crowd of people, because it's like, you can help it. You don't need to be fat, so you deserve to be talked about. You know, that's how people feel. You know, I see this attitude in people. I've seen it all my life. But babies, I'm here to tell you that God loves you, and so do I. That no matter what you look like, you are beautiful. It doesn't matter what you look like. Love yourself. Be true to yourself. And if you want to see change in your life, do what you need to do to make change happen for yourself and not nobody else. God loves you, and so do I. Smooches, babies. Enjoy the skin you're in. It's not going to change overnight. Don't self-hate, because that's going to be self-defeating. Love yourself. Smooches, babies. Love you.